What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today I feel like I need to re-inform a lot of union members who seem to not know or be aware of the organization that you swore an oath to and are a part of. If you're a union member and you took that oath, you are a part of the organization. Now, I am a member of the IBEW. We have rules that govern our institution. We have a constitution that tells us what we're all about. And it seems there's a good portion of our membership that doesn't seem to understand what they're a part of. There are a few that are very vocal in their opinions that are contrary to what we are. And I feel like I owe these folks the information of what we are a part of. So, I'm going to read from our Constitution. You guys have seen me do this before. We're going to do it again, and we're going to cover a couple words, and we're going to talk about some things. The first thing you read in this Constitution, which governs our institution, the IBEW, right past the name, right? So you go from the cover to the name of the book, and the first thing you read, this one right here. It's called the Declaration of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and it spells out what we are about. And I need you to listen closely. Our cause is the cause of human justice, human rights, and human security. Now, maybe you don't have an idea or an understanding of what human rights are. So let's look up the definition real quick. Human rights are fundamental rights inherent to all human beings, regardless of race, sex, nationality, ethnicity, religion, or any other status. They are universal and inalienable, meaning they belong to everyone equally and cannot be taken away. These rights, like the right to liberty, life, and freedom from torture, are not granted by governments but are inherent to our humanity. It's important to understand language, right? That's what human rights are. That's what we are about in our first sentence. That's our cause. You need to understand that. We refuse and will always refuse to condone or tolerate dictatorship or oppression of any kind. We will always refuse to condone. You know what condoning means? That means approving of. We refuse to approve of or tolerate dictatorship or oppression of any kind. You have to know this is what you're a part of. We will find and expel from our midst any who might attempt to destroy by subversion all that we stand for. Now, subversion is another word. It's tricky. What does it mean? The undermining of the power and authority of an established system or institution. We will find and expel from our midst any who might attempt to destroy by subversion all that we stand for. The Brotherhood will continue to oppose communism, Nazism, racism, sexism, fascism, or any other subversive ism. We will support our God, our nations, and our union. There's a lot of folks that just don't understand that the organization we are a part of stands for human rights, human justice. Our objects, when you read our objects, it's all about doing good. It's not about hurting people. It's not about being bigoted. In fact, there's new language in there that allows for charges to be levied against people who are openly bigoted. We have to understand the organization that we're a part of. What's our mission? Human rights. Why? All entailed in human rights is what we're about. Now, we have some chaos on the West Coast coming from the bosses, the overlords, the corporate king, the wannabe dictator. out here trying to impose his will on the working class, targeting them. Now, he's calling them undocumented and using language to dehumanize, but these are working folks. These aren't the criminals, the rapists, all this stuff that he promised. This ain't that. He's out here targeting communities. You let this go on, it'll spread. It'll get worse. It will touch your life. And even for the ones that support this and that are openly racist and bigoted and they're sitting there pumping this up because they love it, you guys are going to be affected too. Because when it all goes away, food shortages are going to come. Unions are going to be gone because they're not going to stop at undocumented workers. They're going to come for us too. They're going to come for our contracts. They're going to come for our way of being able to negotiate and being able to have a voice at work. We're going back in time. So you think you're sitting pretty? You're going to be touched too. So if nothing else, for a selfish reason, you should be defending and stopping and holding the line, because that's what we're about. I'll give you a proof. The IBEW 9th District released a statement when those goons arrested a union president, David Huerta, and held him in bondage until he was able to post bail and get out of there. The IBEW 9th District demands the immediate release of our union brother David Huerta, who was unlawfully detained by ICE while standing up for the rights of workers. His arrest is a blatant assault on our fundamental freedoms and an affront to every worker's right to organize and advocate for justice. The recent ICE raids are not acts of enforcement. They are cruel, targeted attacks designed to instill fear in our communities and divide us. Immigrant workers are the backbone of our economy, deserving of dignity, respect, and due process. We call for an end to these abusive tactics that threaten our families and disrupt our communities. Together in solidarity, we will not be silenced, and we will fight for the rights and safety of all working people. David E. Reeves, Jr., International Vice President, IBEW 9th District. If you think this is not a labor issue, you are mistaken. You are betraying your oath if you support this. This is an attempt to throw out the U.S. Constitution. This is an attempt to just be done with it. We have to hold the line. As working folks, as unionists, we have to hold the line. This is coming for us also. So if for no other reason, maybe it's not empathy. Maybe you can't see yourself in those working folks. Look to your selfish heart and understand that this is going to affect your wallet. And for the rest of you, the ones who took your oath seriously and who care, we have to hold the line. However way you can, resist. This is wrong. What's going on is wrong. We all know it. We have to have the courage to say it. We have to have the courage to call it out. And we have to have the courage to let our siblings know, hey, you're wrong on this one. Bottom line, how we move forward, we'll get there, but you're wrong on this one. Just hold the line, folks. Remember that the fight is not left and right, it's up and down. And it's going to take solidarity to win. Always. Each one teach one, get out there and reach one. And remember, there can be no union without you and I front and center. So let's go. Peace.